Good evening, friends. Today I'm going to talk on uh, analysis budget, which I'm going to take it in depth. First, I will go through uh, the the pictorial presentation given by the government, and this budget is going to give the this budget is founded on the basis of pre-election campaign, and what they have mostly done is uh, they have compared before they started this thing, before the this thing, uh, before BJP joined and after BJP joined. This is a 10-year period. They have compared pre and post, and that they want to say that India has progressed in a big way. And what is the future outlook? And I have covered almost all aspects of that. PPT I'm taking later, but first I'm going to talk about the pictorial presentation given by the क्या बोलते हैं PPT presented by them. Okay, this is I'm going to take it. So this is analysis of budget by Nitin Pathak. I myself I am running a blog. In blog there are number of presentation available. Please visit that, and you can email me the question regarding that. You can WhatsApp me, and we are conducting a 100 GST main judgment. Because what are the happen? There are number of scrutiny assessment or analysis scrutiny, AI based scrutiny has started, and because of that, many additions are made. And to avoid it, how you can overcome the addition, or what are the laws you can use it, which I've explained in detail. First is already uploaded in the PPT, my blog. Second and third, I'm going to cover 100 judgments, so it will take around 6 to 7 sessions. Each session would be of one hour. Okay. And any other question you find it good, you can ask me the question. So this is analysis of budget which I am taking right now. This is third tomorrow. I'm going to take with Nirav Shah on 100 important judgments. This is serial sequel number 2, series number 2. And there would be third on 10th February 24, which is also on the same subject and which will be remaining thing. And all these judgment as well as all the explanation are available, will be available on blog. In any question, you can ask me. Now I am going on to Viksit Bharat 2047 is the mission of government, and they have said that the economy would be in 2030 also it would be triple 7 million. They say 7 trillion, and by 2047 India would become a Viksit Bharat. So it would be from developing to the developed economy. It will be happen. What they're saying, when they started, there is a Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas, comprehensive development for all. Now what they're saying, Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas, Sabka Vishwas. Now what they're saying, now if they have to go there, we all need to work Sabka Prayas. Trinity of democracy and diversity, backed by Sabka Prayas. Trinity, we are a young demographic country. We are varied kind of people around India, young, English speaking, and all kinds of people are there. English speaking, ready to work, diversity, democracy is there. Democracy means uh, like people have their own say in the matter, whatever is happening. Because every 5 years there is an election. There is always an election of a state government, municipal corporation, gram panchayat. So everybody has that say in the matter. It's not one way like whatever dictator says is done. It's not like that. So it is one of the important things which is taken. What they're saying, sabka saath, sabka vikas, sabka saath, sabka vikas, sabka vishwas, and sabka prayas. Develop India 2047. This is that context in which government is going to say Indian world development. Yes, substantive development of all forms of infrastructure, physical, digital, and social. Uh, Physical means someone has to move from one place to another place, port, road, infrastructure, electricity. Digital means communication through internet, fiber optic, and also the social structure would be available. So it's not like that we are physically developed, digitally not developed. We are going to develop in all ways. Digital public infrastructure provided by formalized and financial institution. What they are doing, મારો અવાજ નાનો છે તો એનો અર્થ એવો કે આમાં પ્રોબ્લેમ છે મારામાં પ્રોબ્લેમ પેલું બીજું આપજે મને પેલું જે જૂનું છે મને આપજે substantive development of all forms of infrastructure physical and this state. First try this. Let us try this first. હવે આમાં બરાબર આવે છે મને કે હેલો anything else? Hello? Hello? My voice is coming very clear? Yes. Okay. Now I'm back to the slides. There were some hiccups on the voice. This asked me to go on this mode. Deepening and widening the GST tax base. With the advent of GST, there are so many collection of data that government is very strict on so many things which was not available that, and tax collection has increased dramatically. And GST has helped to seamless transfer of goods from one place to another place. There is no hiccup. E-way bill is there, e-bill is there. There are a lot of formalization of transaction has happened, formalization of economy has happened, and there is a trust between these. They have also introduced MSME. MSME sector have been promoted by issuing that MSME payment does not made by any company within 45 days. They will not be allowed to have a deduction. So MSME sector has been growth like anything. So this would see a result in a years to come. It has started. Is MSME has got a special code. If somebody does not make a payment to MSME, then they would be given a separate code and they would force them to make a payment. Not only force make to them, but they would have to pay interest at the rate this way. So deepening and widening of tax base, strengthening finance sector brought saving, credit, investment back by back. So government has appointed many bank account of a small person. Because of that, they have been financially included. Bank have been asked to open a bank account with a zero balance. And now all the benefit of government scheme is directly transferred from PAN, Aadhaar and bank link. So the DPT, direct benefit to DPT has happened. GIFT City, which is a robust gateway or global capital of financial services of the company. GIFT City, which has been allotted certain land, it has been double the land. Now GIFT City is going to be one of the proactive role which has happened in the Singapore and other country. Inflation is well managed as compared to European Canadian country. Inflation in USA, inflation in Canada, inflation in Europe,
As compared to that, there is a very uh, absolute perfect inflation management is there. All part of the country becoming active in participation of economic growth. Not only UP, Bihar, including Arunachal Pradesh, Tripura, Jammu Kashmir, from Kerala, West Bengal, all are inclusively included in the growth. If you look at the growth since 14, this is a chart here. So almost every year except few years after, say FY19, every time Indian growth is higher than the world economic growth. Because there is a very DBT directly benefit to transport company that around has led to 2.7 lakh crore rupees have been saved. 25 crore people moved from multidimensionally poverty. 25 crore people have come above poverty line. Because of this, credit assistance to 78 lakh street vendors from under PM Shiv Shakti Swanidhi Yojana. Not only this, out of that, 2 point something people, 2 lakh, 2.7 lakh people have continuously used this facility for 3 years continuously. So it is a beneficial and people are using this technology to get the money. Decline in headcount ratio. So headcount ratio is the headcount ratio by which the poverty line this has decreased. This is the projection. Empowering youth. Government has decided to empower the youth. For that, 1.4 crore youth train under the Skill Indian Mission. What they have done? They have IIT. I'm coming into next slide in my presentation. But for youth, government has decided to make a number of programs fostering entrepreneur aspiration of youth. 43 crore loans sanctioned under PM Mudra Yojana. Increase in PMC budget allocation. Now, in 2023-24, there was a budget of 4,000 crore. Now it has been increased to 6,050 crore. This youth, this IIT, AIM, and university. See the university from 2014, 16 IITs to 23 IITs. AIM has 7 to 22 university is almost double in just 9 years. So this has increased the youth in education. For that, they have special made a committee because many youth want to be the doctor. So they have made a committee by which there are many hospitals available. These hospitals may be used to promote the education in the field of medical, which can be helpful. And Indian medical students are all renowned all over the world. So these are the scheme which is developed, and this would be developed very shortly. And India has become a hub of medical tourism, which is likely to be extended for further. Welfare scheme, direct financial assistance to 11.8 crore farmers under PM Kishan Yojana. PM have been benefited, like farmers have been directly given the fund through PM Kishan Yojana. Crop insurance is benefited to 4 crore Bima Yojana. Irrigation integration of 1,360 mandis. So when mandis is where the crop is sold, through which 3 lakh crore trading volume has happened under ENAM supporting scheme. There is a rice prediction scheme. These are increasing procurement wheat and rice. The quantity of wheat and this procured has been also increased. Nari Shakti. They have been very focused on Nari Shakti. 30 crore Mudra Yojana loan dispersed to women entrepreneurs. Increase female employment in inner education by 28 years in 10 years. Increase female enrollment in higher education by 28% in 20 years. Women are going for higher education. 43% of female enrollment in STEMA course. STEMA means engineering, statistics, science, technology. E means engineering, M means management. These are the higher courses where 43% female are enrolled. 1 crore women were assisted by 83 lakh SSG to become Lakpati. Now this 1 crore woman raised 83 lakh SSG. Now this has been increased to, their target is to have 3 crore. This thing, rise in female labor force ratio. This woman working in the industry, the rise in female labor force participation increase from 22.3 to 37 is a huge increase. 15%, almost double. 23 divided by 14, matlab almost 23, 14, matlab around 80% increase from 1780 to 22-23, Nari Shakti. Substantial development. Viability gap, net zero. What is the commitment? We would be net zero in क्या बोलते हैं energy. So to meet net zero by 2070, many countries which are developed, they have to dismantle certain plant to make it zero. Yes, as compared to that, India is underdeveloped, so they don't have to dismantle certain plant, but they would be very easy to grow it. Now, any industry which is developed right now is net zero. So they are not consuming the energy. Viability gap of funding for wind energy, setting up coal gasification and liquefaction possible. Phase mandatory blending CNG, PNG, and compressed biogas. With the use of technology, they don't want LNG, LNG transferred through truck. This way, they would make a pipe or use certain method by which this phase mandatory blending. Blended blend karke, when you use the blending, there is a more energy is generated. Financial assistance for procurement of biomass aggregation machinery. Rooftop, 1 crore household will be unable to obtain 300 units free electricity per month. In Gujarat, there are 5 point something lakh have been rooftop, has already been solarized, and Gujarat is number one in that, and they've already established a scheme which is going to be implemented in Gujarat at a panchayat level as per Gujarat budget of this time. And this Gujarat model for this rooftop will be adopted by many states. Adoption of e-buses in public transport. This is already e-buses are started, but it will increase. Strengthening e-vehicle ecosystem by supporting manufacturing and charging facilities. Today, the charging facility e-battery is becoming very difficult, but nowadays there are more youth, and funding would be done so that many youth can be trained to have this type of facility, and they can be self-employed, and this would also help the country in a big way. So that e-battery scheme would be very much soon. Adoption of e-buses, e-vehicle. New scheme of biomanufacturing and biofoundry to be launched to support the environment-friendly alternative. 10 crore LPG connection has been given under PMUY, 36.9 LED, 72. These are the way the Ujala scheme, which was very famous, now it has become old. But because of that, there are a lot of energy saved. 1.3 crore LED street lights have been installed in SNP. Percentage of non-fossil fuel in this is 30.4, 32.3 in November, 40% of increase in non-fossil fuel. This is biogradable. Fossil means biogradable. Okay. Strategy Amrut Card. Strategy Amrut Card 2. So this was 1, Amrut Card 1, Strategy Amrut Card 1, Strategy Amrut Card 2. Under the implementation of 3 major railway corridor under PM Gati, so to improve the efficiency or to reduce the cost. There is a congestion in certain area of railway. They have decided to develop energy, coal, and certain area in the port. Because of that area would be developed, and this railway facility would be very much easily available. 3 major railway corridor programs. Like the one corridor which is started from this is already into picture. So that will also work now. Expansion of existing airport and comprehensive development of new airport in Israel. 1,000 aircraft is being booked by all together the aviation sector. and 576 new route have been developed. The new airport at Tier 2 and Tier 2 is going to be implemented soon. And there are the major airport in Delhi and Ahmedabad and certain Mumbai have been facilitated with another airport to link to augment the traffic management, promotion of urban transport of metro line Namo Bharat. Metro has become a commuting issue is solved by not road but by public transport. So they have started using metro rail to cover up the metro. They have in Delhi, the country like Gazi, city like Ghaziabad and Delhi, and certain cities are connected through Namo Bharat scheme. Increase in capital expenditure. If you look at FY 2018 to 2025, what is this thing? If you look at it, it's around 3. Now it is almost like 9, triple in just 7 years. Doubling the FDI inflow. FDI inflow is almost double. 2005 to 14, it was 298 crore. Now it is 596 billion US billion. So FDI has started floating the fund. Now this is National Highway. 15 to 20, 9,000 to 14,000. Cargo traffic manager, 581 to 720 metric ton. Electric railroad has been 22,000 to 50,000. Aircraft movement, 16 to 25. Number of airport, it was 74 in 15 to today 149. It's almost double in just 7 years. So this is the way the growth is compared. Now they are saying that this is only a starting point. We are going to give n number of opportunities to this. Aspiration district program to assist states in faster development, including employment generation. When the district is developed, if you look at every district, every Gram Panchayat has been given with fiber optic and certain facility by which they are able to connect anywhere and everywhere with so much ease in this thing. Percentage of women registered under antenatal care with first trimester. This is 2018, it was 68 to 2089. So 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, the pregnancy period is also taken care by this scheme. The number of enrollment under Pradhan Mantri Jeevan Jyoti Bima Yojana per lakh population. Enrollment PM Bima Yojana. Previously, there was only 1,737 people were connected per 1 lakh. Now it is 13,195. So 18 to this almost 10 times. Health has become big issue. So there are a lot of investment and promotion scheme government is investing there, including what I said previously. The doctors have been medical students would be enrolled. Medical colleges would open. Health. Encourage cervical cancer vaccination for girls between 9 to 14. Cervical cancer has become a major threat to the woman. So they have decided to have the vaccination program. Saksham Anganwadi. Anganwadi is a base by which the poor people management is done. The Anganwadi where children are brought to education, they have been given free food, and this scheme has worked very well over a period of time. Now they are planning to enhance the Anganwadi, and they are going to modernize the Anganwadi. They are going to be connected. They would be improved Anganwadi. There would be funding would be done. It would be done like smart Anganwadi. That what we call as Portion 2, Saksham Anganwadi, and Portion 2 to be expedited to improve nutrition, delivery, early childhood care and development. UWIN is a platform by which every vaccination detail would be uploaded in UWIN platform, so that So you can, so Mission Indra Dhanush, where any immunization program to be rolled out would be through, you win. Health cover under Ayushman Bharat scheme is being extended to all Asha Anganwadi workers. Health cover through Ayushman has been benefited by the poor in a huge way. There are so many hospitals and so many facilities available in Ayushman. Now they want to increase the sphere to a different level. Housing, 3 crore housing has been completed in this thing, and out of that 70% have been enrolled in the name of a woman, either first name or second name. They plan to in next 5 years 2 crore more housing will be targeted for under Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana. They have made a housing for middle class scheme also to be launched to promote middle class to buy and build their own house. Government does not want that people stay in a hut, rented house, or in a facility which is not conducive to the health of the people. Increase allocation of funds for PMAY from 79,590 crore to 80,671 crore. Tourism. Government says that tourism is a fast developing opportunity. People move from one place to another place, and foreigners are invited to India, and they have been asked to see the different places. They would give the rating, they would do the marketing, they would provide all the facility to the extent possible. State will be encouraged to undertake development of iconic tourist center to attract business and promote opportunity for social enterprise. Long-term interest free would be provided to state to encourage the same. G20 meeting was taken at 60 different places to show the world that how diversified India is. Project for port connectivity, tourism, infrastructure, and amenity will take up in island, including Lakshadweep. So port, tourism, port connectivity, tourism connectivity, and amenity. So whenever there is a port, it will be connected to a national highway. Tourism infrastructure where they will be connected to a national highway, so that people can use 4-lane facility would be provided in this area. Inclusive development, including this is agricultural food processing. Government will promote private and public investment in post-harvest activity. Application of nano dab to be expanded in all agroeconomic climatic zone. Application of nano developed depth to be expanded in all agro-climatic zone. What do you mean by nano depth? Means there is a different kind of fertilizer which is being indigenously created, which would help to promote the crop. This is very good idea, and it has worked. And because of that, the production of the good, and it has become very good. Atmanirbhar Oilseed Abhiyan strategy to be formulated to achieve the Atmanirbhar for oilseeds. We are importing a lot of oil. To augment this, they have decided to say their fund is allocated for Atmanirbhar oilseeds. Comprehensive program for dairy development to be formulated. Dairy, Gujarat, India is #1 in dairy product. Dairy milk manufacturing, milk product. Now what they're planning that our per animal, our production is low. So they want to give the quality hybrid animal so that they can give the productivity can be increased. So for that, government is started working on it. Implementation of Pradhan Mantri Matsya Sampad Yojana to be stepped out to enhance the agriculture productivity, double the export, and generate more employment opportunity. This fish farming is very easy, very productive, very much employment, less investment oriented per this thing, and there is a lot of export which is possible. So that government is promoting to have aqua fishing, which would grow export to be more, which is like 5 integrated aquaculture is to be set up. Blue revolution. Blue revolution means the revolution by which we have a large coastal area. It's called blue economy. Blue revolution means we have not explored our sea area, explored sea coastal area, which they are likely to do it. For that, they have decided to allot 2025 crore to 2352 crore, increase allocation of PM formation of micro food processing enterprise from 639 crore to 880 crore. Declining CAD, current account deficit as a percentage of GDP, which was highest around 16, it has been increased on 18, 19, 14, it was 1.5, 1.5, current account deficit is going to be around 1%, which is 2% is very normal. Declining unemployment rate. Unemployment rate has decreased from 6.1 to 3.2%. Declining NPA to gross advance, which was in 14, 3.8, 4.3, 7.5, 9.3, 11.2. With the introduction of NPA concept and very strict law, there was increase in NPA, but now it has been stabilized to a very reasonable level. So our banking sector is robust, and our they are taking too much care that non-NPA which is there should need not be is shown. Is rising and digital transaction. Digital transaction here are rise as compared to that. It's around, if you look at 2018, now 2034, FY 2024 is huge mark improvement. Digital transaction, and government is still promoting to increase their digital transaction. Now, if you go for a rickshaw, if you go for a even sabji, you can make a direct payment, digital payment through this. Rise in average GST collection, which was very meager to 0.9. Today, it is around 1.7. It's huge, 1 lakh crore. So this GST collection is rising in headline of inflation. Inflation is around 5.5. Previously, it was 9.9. The inflation is well under control as compared to other countries in Europe because of the war between Ukraine and Russia. Europe is facing a huge increase in the prices, including the USA. But India is saved off because of well-managed this. Direct election is trouble in last 10 years. Number of return file is increased to 2.4 times. Processing for the time for filing return has been decreased from 93 to 10 days. Average monthly GST collection is 1.44, 1.66 lakh crore in FY 2024. Increase in buoyancy, state revenue. We are talking about GST, but we are also talking about GST collection, state VAT collection has increased from 0.72, from 1.72, excluding the share which they are likely to get it from the state of their revenue. Benefit to consumer. What is the benefit? There is a huge production reduction in logistic cost, and prices almost of most goods and services, because whatever stimulus they are getting credit, even benefit is also passed on to the consumer, because there were double taxation was happening. Now, because of GST adjustment, purchase and buy, GST benefit is happened to consumer, and seamless movement of goods have happened positively. Sentiments about 94% users. This has been independent survey has been made by leading consulting firm. They said 94% industry leaders view the transition of GST as largely positive. 80% of people the GST has led to supply chain optimism. So, if you look at GST almost stabilized. They have not started scrutiny assessment, which generally we do it in income tax. They have said, okay, no scrutiny assessment right now. Only there is a difference which is available on the basis of portal, or AI gives the information that there is some malfunctioning. GST people does not go for audit. Decline in import release since 2019. Decline in import release time. When there is a movement of goods for import, there was a 47% increase in inland container ICD. 28% in end cargo, and 28%, 23%, 7% in seaports. So goods movement, which was a hindrance at the time of inland ICD cargo or seaport, has been reduced to a very large extent. Continuity of taxation in taxation. Certain tax benefits of startup and investment made by the sovereign wealth funds and pension funds is continued from 2024 to 2025. Withdrawal of tax benefit. There were pretty small amount lying with the government department pending with the taxpayer. They said that we don't want to collect 25,000, 10,000. We are just expected to benefit. Probably 1 crore taxpayer would be benefited because of this small demand pending for so many years. Retention of same tax rate for direct and indirect declining import duties for corporate 22% existing domestic company. The tax rate is 22%, 15% for manufacturing. There is no direct in tax change. Corporate tax will be reduced, so 22 and 15%. No tax level for taxpayer, up to ₹7 lakh in the new tax regime. रुपी पैसा कहाँ से आएगा, कहाँ जाएगा? Income tax 19%, excise 54%, 5.4%, corporate tax 17%, GST 18%, custom 4%, non-debt capital receipt 1%, non-tax receipt 7%, borrowing other is reduced to 28%. Out of these, whatever we receive, 20% goes for interest payment. Because of the development, India is still borrowing. Borrowing doesn't matter much until the GDP is growing. When GDP is growing, you can make the payment. Once GDP is not growing, then there is a cripple in the economy. But to our surprise, to our thanks, to the growth which India is growing, there is no issue with that. We are at 20% and this is a manageable rupee outflow. Pension 4%, other expenditure 9%, state share 20%, finance commission and other transfer 9 to 8, 30%, because we need to give money to particular 8%, 16% to central sector schemes, defense 8% subsidy, 6%, and this person. So small. Now, how this money is allocated to defense? Ministry of Defense 6.2 lakh, Ministry of Road 2.78 lakh, Railway 2.5. Defense is a major 6.2 lakh crore. Ministry of Consumer Affairs 2.13, Home Affairs 2.03, Rural Development 1.77, which Ministry of Chemical and Fertilizers 1.6, because of because of decrease in certain things. Fertilizer subsidy is not increased because that is the biggest benefit to the country. Ministry of Commerce 1.37, farmer welfare 1.27. Now Manrega 60,000 crore has been increased to 86,000 crore. Manrega is a successful scheme by which the poor person who are not paid, who are not employed, would be given employment through the scheme, and it has been well managed. Some scheme has come, but it is with PPE basis. It's working good. Ayushman Bharat PMJAY 7,200 crore to 7,500 crore. This is medical facility provided to poor, production linked PLI scheme. The production based incentive given to subsidy to the industry has been increased from 4,645 crore to 6,200 crore. Modified program for development of semiconductor and display of manufacturing ecosystem 3,000 crore to 6,900. 3 crore solar grid, which is going to be the huge budget is allocation. 5,000, 4,970 to 8,500 crore, almost 70% increase in the budget. National Grid Hydrogen Mission. This is going to be a day of a time. 300 crore to 600 crore. The budget is given. The revenue receipt he's increasing every time. Capital receipt is also going good. The revenue expenditure and effective capital expenditure. The capital expenditure is a good thing. Now 1 minute I will with this thing. Let me go back to this presentation. भाई मैंने आज चालू करिए आपको एक सेकेंड ना 1 minute होल्ड नहीं now I'm going through again. Until now, I'm going by this wise, PPT wise. I am Nitin Pathak. This is a blog in which this presentation will be available. I am from Ahmedabad. I'm talking about, I already covered, in these slides, I've covered some important things which I may have missed in the presentation. No change in tax, 2.4 times the return which I've already filed, 25,000 demand period up to period 2009-10 has been withdrawn. From 11 to 45, 14,000, 10,000 demand would be, this will benefit around 1 crore taxpayer. The small payer would, this demand would be decreased. Tax benefit of startup, so will continue. IFC unit would continue from 21st March 2025. FM proposes to retain what FM proposes to retain the same indirect deposit. There is no changes thing. Average monthly collection of GST has increased to 1.66 crore. GST base is double. State's revenue of this thing has been increased to 1.22 from 72. 94 industry leader view this, which I already said, supply chain may reduce compliance burden on trade, lower logistics, which I already covered in our previous. No tax liability up to 7 crore. Presumptive taxation is increased from 2 crore to 3 crore, 50 lakh to 75 crore. Corporate tax has been reduced to 30 to 22%. Manufacturing companies have been, corporate tax has been reduced to 15%. Average processing time for tax return has been reduced to 10 days from 93 days. Faceless assessment appears a greater efficiency. This updated income tax return, there are pre-filled return. There are so many information is available in 26 new form pre-filled return. IT return filing has become relatively easy and tax collection is also. What was the economy before and now? Previously, in 2014, government able to man the economy and put the governance system in place. This was the need at that point of time. Now economy, what is the will attract investment, build support and much needed reform, give hope to the people. The government succeed with the policy of nation first. What they're saying, when investment comes or anything comes, India would become fast. This is the priority for which we want to grow in this sphere. It is now appropriate to look where we were in 2014, now where we are. Government lay a white paper which is likely to be pushed on table. I'm not going to 30.8, 47.66, 26.2, they say 1.3 lakh, but fiscal deficit as on today, as on 24-25 is going to be 5.1%. Within the limit they have decided to go. I am not going to data security estimated this. Social justice. From what Prime Minister says, they want poor to be facilitated, women to be facilitated, youth to be facilitated. and farmer to be facilitated. This is the social justice they have in mind. Government assisted 25 crore people in multidisciplinary poverty. 25 crore people have gone out of poverty. Direct benefit transfer to 34 lakh crore, which has been transferred in PM Dhan Yojana. And out of the 2.7 lakh crore, investment saving has led to government. So 34 lakh crore. Now previously there was a scheme where बचोटिया बीच वाले पैसे ले जाते थे. बोले थे you would transfer directly through PAN, Aadhaar and bank account. PM Swanidhi provided credit assistance to 78 lakh street vendor, and out of that 2.3 lakh have reserved for the third time. PM Janman Yojana had development particularly vulnerable tribal people. PM Vishwakarma Yojana, end-to-end craft people, engage in 18 trades. This is very PM Kisan Yojana, which I've said 11.8 crore farmers. This is I'm saying for the second time. Crop insurance for 4 crore. 133.61 this thing. Nari Shakti, 30 crore. Mundra Yojana loan were given. Female enrollment has given. STEM, 70% of houses in one of this thing. PM Awas COVID, 2 crore more houses will be built. Rooftop I've already covered. Ayushman already covered. Now it is included ASA worker and Angawadi worker and helpers. Agriculture and food processing. Pradhan Mantri Kisan Sampada Yojana benefited 38 lakh farmers and generated 10 lakh employment. Pradhan Mantri formalization of micro food processing enterprise Yojana has assisted 2.4 lakh SHG and 60,000 individuals who were linked with credit linkage. R&D innovation. Government has made a provision of 1 lakh crore with an establish a free loan for 50 years for a long term, nil rate of interest. A new scheme will be launched for strengthening a deep technology for defense purpose and expert Atmanirbhar. Infrastructure, 11.1% of GDP. 11.1% increase, 11,111 crore, and that is 3.4% of GDP. Infrastructure development is made. Huge development. And this would be rated in general. 3 major economy: energy, mineral, cement, port connectivity in high traffic area, and 40,000 normal rail bogie would be converted to Vande Bharat standard. So this would help the congestion in the certain areas. Aviation sector, 149 airport is double, 1.3 crore passenger is likely to 570 new routes are developed. Because of that, 1.3 crore passenger would be traveling. 1,000 new aircraft have been already covered this. Green energy, coal classification and liquidation of capacity of 100 metric ton to be set up by 2030. Coal classification, this would be for green energy. Phase mandatory blending of CBG in a compressed natural gas, CNG for transport and pipeline, PNG for domestic purpose to be mandated. Tourism, huge development is states have been asked to promote them. They would be rated, interest rate loan would be given to states. Rating would be done. This tourism place would be connected to rail and road by this thing, even including rail, road, and even airport also. FDI, 596 crore have come. This is twice before. Reform Viksit Bharat, provision of 75,000 crore, 50 years interest rate loan proposed to be given to state government for Viksit Bharat. Inclusive development growth. What is the plan when government comes? First, they have saying housing for they have built in PMA Yojana. Har Ghar Jal. This 5 years, they have seen that every house in the village would get a jal at their home. Electricity for all, cooking gas for all, bank accounts for all, financial sector. Now, what they said about human and inclusive approach to development is a market and deliberate departure from earlier approach, provisioning up to village level. Developed program in the last 10 years have targeted each and every household and individual through all these schemes. The worries about food development. Food have been eliminated through free ration card, free ration for 80 crore people. Minimum support price to Annadata are periodically increased. These are the provision basic necessity for real income in the rural area. Their economic needs to be addressed by spurring growth and economic generating economy. This is called inclusive growth plan by the government. Housing for all, Harghar Jal, electricity, cooking gas, bank account, financial services, and food for all by going through the 80 crore people. Social justice. Our government is working with an approach to development that is all around pervasive, sarvangi, sarvasparsi, sarvamarisi, all around, all pervasive, sarvavyapi, all inclusive. It covers all caste of people. We want Viksit Bharat to be by 2047. For achieving goal, we need to improve people's capability and empower them. Empowering Amrit Pedi, Nai Pedi Mate I'm saying same thing again. Empowering Amrit Pedi. Our prosperity equipping empowered. National Education Policy 20 is usually transformed. PM School is rising. PM Shri Rising School are delivering quality teaching and nurturing holistic and well-rounded approach. Skill development, which has been 1.4 crore youth have been skilled and upskill and reskill. 54 youth, 1.4 crore youth have been trained. By this, 54 youth have been reskilled with the help of established 3,000 new ITI. A large number of institutes of higher learning, namely 7 IITs, 16 IIM, IITs, 7 IIM, 15 AMS, 390 universities have been set up. This is for youth. PM Mudra Yojana has been set up 43 crore. Loan aggregating 22.5 crore for entrepreneurial aspiration for youth. Besides the funds of startup in India is going to be number one in this thing. In Gujarat is also number one. Startup credit guarantee scheme for assisting the youth. They are also become Rojgarda. Exemplary record of governance, development, and performance. Besides developing this scheme, gross domestic product, government is focusing on governance, development, performance. If you are giving all these things, but our performance there, it will not be benefited. So they say that government is performing well. Economic management. This is a multi-pronged economic management over the past 10 years. People-centered inclusive development. Following are some of the major. All forms of infrastructure, physical, digital, and social, are built in record time. If you go to a village, you will find that their road is even cement road, not and they are already connected by road as well as digitally also. Fiber optic. All parts of active participation, not from Kashmir to Kanyakumari and all other places. Digital public infrastructure, new factor of production in 21st century is instrumental in formalization of economy. GST, one nation, one market, one tax, as reformers come. Strengthening the finance sector has helped making credit and investment more efficient. The gift Isaac, which I already covered, would be giving a proactive inflation management. Inflation is well managed in our country now. With the policy in which we have given the rate of inflation also. Global context. Now, with the advent of G20, with the advent of this war, a new geopolitical condition has happened. The new way of doing offshoring, reshoring has started. Friendshoring, reshoring, disrupting all the fragmenties. So the business which we are doing few years back has totally changed. We need to look into the geopolitical scenario of that country. What do you mean geopolitical? Their demography, their economy, and their key area is used for the purpose of business. Global affairs becoming this thing. Challenging with war and conflict. Globalization is being redefined with reshoring, friendshoring, disturbing supply chain management and competition for critical mineral. Because we need input, we need output, we need to have continuity. Supply chain management is becoming new era, which depends on our political and influence over other things. And India has become very prominent spaces given by the world because of our population. Hence, global contexts have been developed by this. Global economy was going through high inflation, high interest rate, low growth, very high public debt, low trade growth, climate challenges. These are, if you can see, the Sri Lanka, Pakistan, these are the country is facing this. Even Europe, this has become a challenge for us because we have a spillover effect on our economy also. The pandemic had led to a crisis on food, fertilizer, fuel, finance for the world. Whole India is successfully navigated its way. The country showed the way forward had been consistent on solution for those global problems. The recently announced India Middle East Europe Economic Corridor is a strategic and economic game changer for India and others. In other words, Honorable Prime Minister said that now we are planning to start from India to supply the goods at London. For that, the milestone have been started. And India would be the starting base, which would be used for 100 years. What in the words of Modi Saab, Prime Minister of India, will become the basis of world trade for 100 years, hundreds of years to come. And history will remember that this corridor was initiated on Indian soil. This is what Modi Saab informed. Viksit Bharat, as per Honorable Prime Minister Independence Day address to the nation, there is no dearth of opportunity. As many opportunity as you want, the country is capable of creating more opportunity. Sky is the limit. But there is one rider to it, which one should remember. The government can do something, but each and every individual who works with the context of 70 hours a week, which China has done, India is very lagging behind, skill development very much lagging behind, infrastructure is developing, but still it is very, very lag behind. But we are on the path to Viksit path. But there is a way, but flight is yet to come. We've just started walking, but still crippling. Matsya Sapada. Now I'm going around this. It was our government which set up a separate department of fishery, realizing the importance of assisting fishermen. This has resulted in doubling the both inland and aquaculture production. Seafood export since 2013-14 has also doubled. Implementation of Pradhan Mantri Matsya Sampada Yojana will be stepped up. Enhance aquaculture productivity from existing 3 tons to 5 hectares per ton. Double export from 1 lakh crore and generate 55 lakh opportunity in the near future. Let's say it's a very, very fast possibility. 5 integrated aqua park will be set up. Green energy. Green energy is decided 2070. Net zero. India is far lucky than the other country because in their country they have to dismantle certain production and other facility, including this thing. And India is just developing so few other facility. So India would be net zero by 2070. Following the viability of gap funding will be provided by harnessing offshore wind energy potential for initial capacity of 1 gigawatt. The viability gap funding will be provided by harnessing offshore wind energy potential. Coal classification and unification, 100 metric ton will be set up by 2030. This will help in reducing import. Phase mandatory blending of CBG, which I already got, facility assistance will be provided for procurement of biomass aggregation machinery to support the collection. Blue economy, I already covered. Blue economy is the economy in which we are using the coastal area. With this, I'm coming to close this session. Thank you very much. This presentation and this presentation would be available on blog also. With this, I'm ending this session. We would have tomorrow the one more session on GST. Under report of judgment, Sec 2 on 3rd. Tomorrow at 6:30, we are going to share, I'm going to say the same, and same would be continuing on 10th. This budget would be, full budget will come. We will discuss that also. Thank you very much. With this, I'm closing the session today. You can contact me for all these things.